Okay, people, I just realized that the I just realized that I didn't do this thing properly. Lord, I'm so I'll do this again. Um, Before I actually start speaking, let me check. Let me quickly check StreamYard. This is not good, StreamYard. Okay, it's actually working. I do apologize. Let me put the banner. Let me put the banner. Oh, no. Yeah, I do apologize. I know I already registered this, but I know I'm kind of like a perfectionist. I like doing things like really well. I like doing things really well. And, I have to record this again, unfortunately, because I want my viewers to get the best. Like I want them to see the slides properly, and I don't I don't want them to be squishy. There were some relevant things I said. This is Beatrice Otie. For those who are just joining, I actually recorded this 43 minutes of my time, and I'm actually recording it. Please like, share, subscribe, click on the thumbs up. I'm on Instagram at immigration_vlog. Please subscribe to my YouTube because I check YouTube and Instagram. I'm using Instagram solely for my YouTube subscribers. So if you are not on YouTube, you will not be followed on Instagram. I'm sorry, it's my policy. Join my Facebook group at immigration vlog. There is no underscore for my group. My Facebook group is just immigration vlog. Instagram is immigration_vlog. Okay. Today is Sunday. I don't know. There's this Sinach song. Oh, Sinach actually retweeted my tweet. I really enjoyed that song. There's this Sinach song. I singing this week. Staying of you. You are beautiful, Lord. Still in awe of you. You're beautiful, you are. I love you are. Something like that. I am in awe of you. Today's Sunday and God has been faithful. Has been faithful. So let's get on board with IELTS reading. Now this could take 40 minutes. I actually recorded it, and checking now on YouTube, it did not look like what I wanted. I want my viewers to see the entire screen, okay? So if you are new, please subscribe to my channel. Let's get on board to the IELTS reading. Now there are two types of IELTS. So before you take the IELTS, please seek professional counsel to know which IELTS you should be taking. Should you be taking the IELTS reading, or should you be taking the IELTS? So should you be taking the general training, or should you be taking the academic? So the IELTS academic is for people who are planning to school abroad, those who are planning to school in Canada, UK, Australia, or US, who are in tier 1 countries. That's what the academic is for. I did take the IELTS academic. I took the IELTS academic in I think 9 years ago, and I did really well. You know, when you are young, your parents are funding your tuition. You don't have any stress in your life. So I took the IELTS academic a long time ago, and I did well, and that actually propelled my admission. Like they gave me my admission because I did so well. I don't know why I did so well. Maybe there was no stress. But the general, for some reason, I took it over and over. And I heard the general is easier than the academic. But just letting you guys know, I did take the academic. But this video is solely for general training. So if you are going to immigrate to Canada, there are some universities that actually need you to do the general. I don't know. That's why I said seek professional help. Let them know which IELTS you're supposed to take before you book that exam. Now, in this video, I tell you about the tips that has helped me, the tips that will help you as well. And excuse me, let me just close my window. I don't want this to disrupt the noise to disrupt our Pardon me, listeners. I just did not want the noise from my suburb to distract you guys because I'm living in a suburb. So It's pretty noisy in here. Okay, so before you write the IELTS, please seek professional help so they know which IELTS you should be taking. Are you going to be taking the general, or are you going to be taking the academic? Okay, and the general is strictly for immigration purpose. Now, this video is strictly on IELTS general training. I am not going to be talking about the IELTS academic. This video is strictly for the IELTS general, okay? Now, what should you do before taking the IELTS reading exam? What should you do? Excuse me. You must read daily, okay? You must read daily. And the IELTS exam, although I'll be talking about it in detail in this video, the IELTS exam is strictly testing to see if you can give them the answer. They are not actually testing you to understand the passage. They are testing you to give them the answer. And I will buttress everything in this video. Now, you have to read daily. Please don't structure yourself to just reading newspaper or just reading magazine. Read variety of material, and you can always put it 15 minutes per day. If you have a child, if you have a spouse like I do, you can always do like 15 minutes in the morning if you're a morning person, or in the afternoon, or in the evening. But don't be structured. Okay, don't be structured. Oops. So if it's 15 minutes per day in the morning, or 30 minutes, or 1 hour, it's up to you, but make sure you are reading daily. Read vast resources. You can read magazines, you can read newspapers, you can read resumes, you can read flyers, you can read blog posts, journals, articles, science daily, and so much more. There's a vast majority of materials you can consume. Don't structure yourself to just magazines and newspapers, okay? Sometimes in the exam, they bring resumes. And I'll be talking to you guys about a different exam that you could use in substitute for IELTS General. It's called the CELPIP exam. I'll be talking about that at the end of this video. You need to practice skimming and scanning. These are two different skills. Skimming and scanning are two separate skills, and you need to practice to get it. Sometimes, and because I've taken the exam 3 times, so I believe I'm in the position to tell you, sometimes from skimming, you can actually get the answer. You don't actually have to scan, but you need to have both skills. Skimming is just running your eyes through the page for like 1 minute. Scanning is if you catch the answer after skimming, you slow down and then you read the beginning and the end. Okay, I don't want to rush because I actually talked about that in one of the slides. Let's make sure we're following the slides. Learn to spot keywords, learn to underline keywords. Okay, I don't want to rush. Okay, so these are the things you want to do before taking your IELTS reading exam. I'm going to go in detail for the tips and the strategies, the proven strategies that has actually worked for me. But these are things you want to do before taking the IELTS. You need to learn 10 vocabulary daily, right? You need to learn 10 vocabulary daily. You need to know where vocabulary are placed in a sentence, as well as in a part of speech. I did a 30-minute, I believe 30 or 15-minute video last 2 weeks. It's on my YouTube channel. For those people who are on YouTube, please subscribe, like, and share. Tell people who are about to take the IELTS. It's on YouTube and it's also on my Facebook page. So if you are watching on my Facebook page, you would see it on my Facebook page. You need to scroll all the way down. I did it for IELTS, right? I did a video on IELTS, right? And I just told you guys the parts of speech. And I think I went in detail. Now, for the IELTS reading, that was just me giving you the general tips I did. In the future, I will go deep into the IELTS writing. So that's why you have to subscribe and click on that notification bell, because you don't know when I will be showing up. You don't know, right? You don't know. And the reason I'm doing this, people actually tell me, oh, Beatrice, I need you to talk about this. I need to talk about this. I need to talk about that. And then I package it and I put it up on my YouTube channel. So if you don't tell me in the comment section what you need, I will not know. I can't read mind. I'm not a mind reader. So if you are having difficulty, probably you're having difficulty in the IELTS listening or the speaking, let me know. I put this together because someone messaged me on LinkedIn saying they're finding it difficult to understand the IELTS reading. How do they start? To a layman, how do they start with the IELTS general training, the reading? So that's why I put this up together. And this is what I did. And remember, I took the IELTS 3 times, okay? I took it 3 times. The first time I took it, I got a 5.0. I also showed you my results on the previous video. Go watch that video. I got an 8.0 in reading. The second time I got the 6.5, the third time I got an 8.0. So if you watch the previous video, you see my results there. I did not put it here because I put it there. I don't want to put my results all over the place. So go listen to that, go watch that. And that's why I'm doing this, because I figured out that there are patterns, there are certain things IELTS is looking for. Okay? So now let's go to the tips. So this is what will help you in the IELTS. These were the things I did that helped me, and I believe if it helped me, it will help you. And this is strictly for general training. If you're just coming, please subscribe, like, share, click on the thumbs up. Okay, click on the thumbs up. Okay, so for the general training, you want to skim the passage. You run your eyes through the passage for 1 minute, right? And then you answer the question. I would recommend spending more time on the question than on the passage, because IELTS is testing you to answer the question. They are not testing you to comprehend the passage. They are testing you that you are able to pick out the answer and give it to them. So question 1 minute, skim passage 1 minute. Okay, let's keep going. I don't want to rush because I have a lot of things in this slide that I want to give to you guys. Now answer and move on. If you don't know the answer, that's fine. You don't have all day. You have just 60 minutes. So if you don't know the second answer, don't be stuck on it, because that on the first time I took my ad, that was me. I was stuck on one question. If you don't know it, move on to the next one, and always answer the last paragraph. Like they have part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, I believe. Sometimes they have part 1, part 2, part 3. Sometimes they have part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4. Do the last one first, because the last one is dense before the first one. Okay. So if you don't know the answer to, let's say you don't know the answer to number 1, move to number 2. Have a technique. Now they have IELTS paper-based and they have IELTS computer. I took the paper because I'm kind of aesthetic and I like flipping things. I don't like using things in the computer. I love flipping the pages. So if you are like me, then the paper-based would be for you. You would want to take the paper-based. Although they have the computer, so check yourself and see, are you the type of person who like typing things out? Are you the type of person, if you type things out, it's, you know, you feel comfortable typing things out? If that is you, then the computer will be best. If you don't like typing things out and it's best to flip through things, then you want to take the paper-based IELTS. Now the exam is 60 minutes. You must do each question for 1 minute. Like I told you, you read the passage for 1 minute, you skim it, and then you focus on the question, because that is what they want to do. That's what IELTS needs from you, is answering the question. They don't want to, okay, how many minutes did he comprehend? No. How many minutes did you comprehend the passage? IELTS is not looking for that. IELTS is checking to see if you've answered the question correctly. That's where you get marks. So focus on the question. Okay, let's focus on the question, not on the passage. You should scan the passage. You should skim. I will go in detail for those processes and for those techniques, but you want to focus on the question because you want to give them what they want. You want to give them the answers. Like I said, 20 minutes for each passage. I believe it's 3 parts, part 1, part 2, part 3. So they give you 20 minutes each, which is 60 minutes. If you don't know an answer, leave it and move on. You can come back to it, okay? Now, I did say there were 4 parts. Sometimes there are 3 parts, and it's a mixture of different question types. Now, there's one tips, and going forward, I'll also tell you the tips. Sometimes I'll give you the answer by using comma, apostrophe, a quotation to show you where the answer is. So please pay attention, especially quotation. Pay attention to it. So for instance, in a passage, you see Mr. Ali said the reptile is always, the reptiles are always endotherms. And they put the reptiles are always endotherms in quotation, a quotation mark. Please underline that. If you're doing the paper based, underline it. Because in the question, they might ask you, the reptile blah blah blah, and if you see that quotation and you've underlined it, it's easier for you to go back, excuse me, it's easier for you to go back, pick that up and answer the question right away instead of reading the whole passage again. Please don't read the passage twice. If you've skimmed okay, this thing takes practice anyways. If you've skimmed the first time, don't read everything again, just start scanning. Okay, let's get into the technique. This is IELTS General Training, my strategies for the reading tips. Now, after skimming, scan for the answers. Like I told you, spend more time on the question than on the passage because they are looking for you to give them the answer. Now, after you've skimmed the passage, you want to scan the text for where the answers are. You have to give them the answers. Now, when you find the answer, there's usually a full stop at the end or a period. We call it a period in North America. Read the sentence before that period and after that period. The answer is usually there. The answer is usually before the full stop and just before the full stop and at the end. You want to read the entire sentence. That's why you have to underline. I love paper-based IELTS. I love it because you can underline. You can flip through pages. Unlike the computer, like I'm not. I am actually an IT specialist, but I don't like doing exam with the computer. I love doing it on paper. I want to be seeing. I want to be seeing, I want to be seeing it on paper. I want to be flipping things. However, if you're a computer person, we're all different people by all means, right? So you want to read the answer, just the sentence just before the full stop, okay? And understand it. Pay attention to your contradiction. Pay attention to some, all, only, often, sometimes, usually. They use this for true, false, not given, okay? They use this for true, false, not given. So when you see all, only, sometimes, often, usually, pay attention to those, okay? Because they use those to test your true, false, not given. And I would do a prompt with you guys on this IELTS online class. Online, is this a master class? I believe this is a master class. Excuse me, people. I've been talking for going to 2 hours, I believe, because I did this whole thing, and StreamYard messed me up. The app I'm using to go live stream messed me up by putting it on a very small format. I wanted my audience to be seeing what I'm doing, okay, so that they can take notes. And if possible, screenshot the page. So if you are starting out on your IELTS journey, this is a perfect start for you. If you're into your IELTS, you're taking your IELTS next month, it's also for you. We can always learn. You may find a new tip here that you did not know before. So, where were we? If you find the answer, write it to your answer sheet quickly. You do not have extra time to transfer answers from your question paper. I'm going to repeat this. If you find the answer to the question, write it directly to your answer sheet. You will not have extra time to transfer answers from your question paper. The reason I'm saying this is because this happened to me and 3 of us. By the time we submitted our paper, we said, oh, were there no extra 10 minutes? The invigilator said no. There is no such thing as 10 minutes. You do get 10 minutes in the listening at the end of the exam, but in the reading, you don't. So the moment you find your answer, straight to your answer sheet. Do not leave it on the question paper. They will not look at your question paper. When they grab the answer sheet, they put it in a marking machine. And the marking machine marks it and gives you the answer. So please do not leave it on your question paper. Put it on your answer sheet, okay? Remember to always write. I said this 2 times because, like, it happened to me. And I lost tons of marks. Oops, where is my mic? I lost tons of mark. I don't want you guys to do that. So transfer it directly to your answer sheet. You only have 60 minutes, okay? So you have to go fast. Now, know your weaknesses. And I believe at the beginning of this broadcast, I mentioned you need to learn 10 vocabulary daily. Sorry if it feels like my voice is really loud. I'm so tired. I know why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this because I want people to be seeing me online. I'm doing this because there could be someone out there that is a younger me who is trying to, do what I'm doing or do what I've done, and they don't know, like, they don't have a path. You can say, oh, you have friends that will show you. Maybe they will show you. Everyone has different tips, right? Everyone is unique. There's actually a tip you have that I don't know that would help, but I'm doing this because I don't want people to waste time and waste money when they can actually save time. One thing I believe now, especially now that I'm in my late 20s, is I realize you can get more money, but you can't get more time. So I don't joke with my time. If I've been giving my time to you and you never appreciated it and I take it back, you will beg for it and you won't see it. I'm someone who I'm very, very cautious of my time. I'm so cautious of where I spend my time. I usually love spending my time for a good cause. I love spending my time for a good cause. And if I can get 2 years back, I will be so grateful. So I'm very cautious of my time, and I want you to be cautious of your time as well. You don't want to keep taking ads over. You are wasting time. You are wasting money. You understand? So if you can learn from someone, Robert Kosuki said, the oldest way to learn is by making mistakes. Learn from someone who has made the mistake and eliminate that mistake. Learn from someone who has made a mistake and eliminate that mistake. You can. I have taken this exam 3 times. You don't have to take it 3 times. That's why I'm here. I heard someone telling me, "Oh, why are you doing this online stuff? You can just," I'm like, "Hey, I'm not doing it for you. You are not my audience. I know who I'm doing it for. And it's free. You subscribe to it for free. And I always recommend, please, 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 while if this is becoming overwhelming, and sometimes IELTS can get frustrating because you keep paying and rewriting. My tips is okay for you, but you still have to go forward and do research, right? But I always recommend use Cambridge IELTS, okay? If you use Cambridge IELTS, you save tons of time because Cambridge IELTS is the standard. A lot of people know, but me, I didn't know. I didn't know. I started asking people, and I'm sorry, not everybody will tell you. I knew people who were telling me, "Oh no, take CELPIP. CELPIP is better." I took CELPIP. It didn't help me. It did not help me. And I will tell you guys at the end of this broadcast the difference between IELTS and CELPIP and my preference. Everyone is different. Your preference could be IELTS. Your preference could be CELPIP. But I will also tell you that you can go do your research. For people who don't know what CELPIP is also a substitute for IELTS General. It's a Canadian exam, by the way. But it's for IELTS General. It's also to immigrate as well. Okay, they have the listening, speaking, they have the reading and writing as well. And they have different marking. I think I did not mention it on the first one. Let me not forget. On this one, I'm gonna say they have different marking standard. Like the band can be band 10, but band 10 is actually CLB 6. It's different. That's why I like IELTS, because IELTS band score is the CLB score, and CLB is Canadian language benchmark. It's not here. I'm just telling you guys. So know your weaknesses. Let's keep going. Know your weaknesses. If you are not understanding the vocabulary, then you need to work on your grammar. You need to work on your vocabulary. If you are not able to spot out the answers, you need to work on your grammar. However, if you are running out of time, then you need to work on your speed. Practice, 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 practice. You cannot, when you practice, you get mastery. How did I get a band 8? Practice. Practice Cambridge. I usually prefer practice the IELTS Cambridge, general IELTS Cambridge reading if you can. Practice that. Practice that as often. Check your technique. Check your timing. Do that. Okay. Don't you can use Baron. I use Baron, but Cambridge is what comes out in the IELTS. Okay, so practice, practice, practice. Now, I already said that if you are failing due to insufficient time, then work on your speed. But if there's an inability to understand the words, you cannot understand the vocabulary, then it's time for you to work on your grammar. And that's why in the beginning I told you, read daily, learn 10 words daily on your vocabulary, write, read the sentences, practice those, work on your speed, work on your skimming, work on your scanning, and then time yourself. See how you're doing. Like practice like it's actually in the exam section. Turn on your phone, or if you have a timer, and say 1 hour and start answering questions. Don't rush. Just go normal, even if you go out of time. And then when you do it again, figure out what your weaknesses are. Is it the vocabulary that is the problem? Is it the time that is the problem? How are you not understanding something? Break it down. Use cue cards, okay? And you will get it. I did it 3 times, and if I can do it, you can do it. I grew up in Nigeria, Delta State. I grew up in Nigeria, Delta State, and although I lived in Canada for a very long time, but we usually speak Pidgin and Urobo. So my mother tongue was Pidgin and Urobo. So if I can get a band 8, do you guys know? Do you know what? If I can get band 8, anybody can get a band 8. Anybody can get a band 8. It's not impossible. So although I took it thrice, and I took CELPIP, I also took CELPIP. So these are the question types you need to know. IELTS bring, please subscribe on YouTube if you are joining me on YouTube. If you're on Facebook, you can go on YouTube to subscribe as well. Join my page, Immigration Vlog. I'm on Instagram, immigration_vlog. You can see it scrolling on your screen. Now, IELTS have different types of questions, and these are the questions that usually come out on the exam. There's a true, false, not given.
Yes, no, not given. These are two totally different question types. If the question is asking for true, false, not given, it's actually the ones, it's the passage. Is what is written in the passage, is it the opposite of what is written in the passage? Is it not in the passage? That is true, false, not given. Yes, no, not given is the writer's opinion. Is it yes, the writer said so? Is it no, the writer did not say so? Is it not given, the writer did not say so at all? It's not in the passage that the writer mentioned. The writer did not mention it. It's not even in the passage at all. No is not what the writer said. Not given, it's not even in the passage at all. If the question is asking you, I think I mentioned it, make sure you put the right answer on your question booklet. Ignore what I said there. It's not, do not write on your, you can write on your answer sheet, but make sure you are putting it directly to your answer booklet. Don't forget, because if you forget, if you leave your answer in the question sheet, they don't look at the question sheet. They mark your answer sheet and you don't get extra time. So make sure you are transferring directly to your answer sheet. If the question is saying true and you put yes, you lose marks. So pay attention to what the examiner said. Are they asking for yes, no, not given, or true, false, not given? Pay attention to that, okay? Now they have matching heading to paragraph question. That usually comes at the last part of the IELTS exam. They have multiple choice, they have fill in the blank, they have summary completion, okay? So those are the question types they usually ask. Now, what is IELTS testing for? Like I told you in the beginning, IELTS is not checking to see if you understand the page. IELTS is checking to see if you are able to answer the questions, correct? If you're able to give them what they're looking for. Are you able to spot the answer? Are you able to show them? They're going to test your grammar. How do they know that you can spot it? Is they will change the words to like a synonym. So you need to know your grammar. You need to know your punctuation, your sentences, your simple sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence, adjectival clause, noun clause, adverbial clause, or relative clause. Adverbial clauses. Relative clauses are adjectival clause. Pardon me. You need to know your coordinating conjunction, subordinating conjunction. Some answers are hidden there. When you see and, but, or, so, the answer could be after that. So know your grammar. Know your keywords. IELTS is equals to keywords for reading. Keywords, and underline them if you're doing the paper, or highlight if you're using a computer. IELTS is also testing your speed because it's 60 minutes. Are you able to answer all the questions within 60 minutes? They want to see if you're able to read things and answer them swiftly like a native speaker. They're also testing your attention span. They are testing to see if you can spot hidden words. Obligate is also known as mandatory. Can you tell? They're trying to see if you can spot antonym from synonyms. If I say bad, and then I say complicated, it's kind of the same. Bad is kind of like complicated. Can you spot that? They're checking that. They'll also check your synonyms, they'll check your adjectives, a lot of adjectives. For filling the blank question, you need to know your countable and uncountable nouns. So if you see a or an, you know that a vowel will come after an. A vowel will come after an object, an orange. Okay, so you need to know that your vocabulary, your collocation, English in general, these are the things IELTS they're looking for. Now, this is the page we're almost done. Hallelujah. I stand in awe of you. Woo. I'm having fun today. IELTS versus CELPIP. This is the place we are coming to. And I told you guys, someone told me to take CELPIP, that CELPIP is easy. I actually took it, it wasn't. I did not even like it. So know your strengths and weaknesses. Like, you need to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you just keep going round and round in circles. Just know what you like. I love IELTS better. Although IELTS is $319, CELPIP is $280. IELTS does have a computer base and a paper base. CELPIP only has computer based. Now, the reason why I like IELTS, in your reading IELTS, you can always go back. You can always go back, but CELPIP, you cannot go back, and it's timed. So question 1 can be 2 minutes. Once you finish that, you go to question 3. You can't go back. You can't go back. I don't like that. Like I mentioned it, I like going back to stuff. I have to test your vocabulary, but some people, they test a lot of summary-based questions, your vocabulary knowledge, specific questions. I just couldn't get it for CELPIP. I couldn't. So I just, you know what? Let me focus on IELTS. And IELTS writing, you write with pencil. Although why I like CELPIP, you can type it on the computer.
But I feel like there's too many skills to get for CELPIP. You have to first learn your vocabulary, you have to learn your English, you have to learn how to use the computer, and then you have to learn how to time, and then you have to learn how to use the mouse and the microphone. It's too much. It's just too much. For IELTS, we're already focused on a lot of skills. Then we'll not add computer skills in addition to the skills we're learning. It's up to you. It's up to you. If CELPIP is for you, go take it. Some people actually did better in CELPIP. And another thing, I didn't write it here. CELPIP band score is different from CLB. IELTS band score is the Canadian language benchmark. CLB is Canadian language benchmark. So CELPIP band 10 is actually CLB 7 or say CLB 8. IELTS band 7 is CLB 7. So that's why I love IELTS. IELTS is the CLB. So I take IELTS. I prefer IELTS because I can always go back to the pages. And also, they give you a break before the speaking. Although CELPIP, they give you everything. Some people like that, but I don't. I love that break there so I can refresh my brain, walk around. It's already tense. I'm already tense taking the exam. I need breath. I need to breathe, okay? It's over 140 countries. CELPIP is only in 6 countries. It's not only available in 6 countries. I don't know in the future if they would have it in more countries, but yeah. So yeah, that's out there. So CELPIP, we're gonna do one question, give an answer, and we'll call it a night. Okay. So this passage, and I think I got this from Cambridge IELTS. This is from Cambridge IELTS, general training. So it says all male teens in Canada loves wearing ripped jeans compared to women. This is what the passage says. Okay. It's a true, false, not given. I want to read the point. This is not a yes, no, not given. Please pay attention to what they are asking you and give them what they ask. If the passage says true, write T-R-O-U-E. Don't write T. Don't write T. T-R-O-U. It doesn't take you 20 seconds. False, F-A-L-S-E. Not given, N-O-T-G-I-V-E-N. If you write it in capital letter or in lowercase, it's fine. Just make sure you are. Don't put T. Don't put short forms. Just give it to them the way they want it. Okay, and pay attention to the prompt. If it's a yes, no, not given, give it that way. Okay. So now this is what the question says. This is what the passage says. While females in Toronto wear jeans, some adolescent males living in Toronto wears blue jeans. Some people will say this is true. Is this really true? Let's read the passage. All males. Question says some adolescents. Okay, adolescent male teens are the same in Canada. Toronto is in Canada though, but they just said in Canada. They did not say a city in Canada. Did I hit you? Did I hit a nail on the head? Is this true, false, not given? It's false. You will say, Beatrice, why? A lot of things sounded similar. Let's compare keywords. Remember, IELTS is keywords, okay? You need to master your keywords. The passage said blue jeans. Let's go back. The passage did say, did the passage say blue jeans? No, it says ripped jeans. The question said ripped jeans. The passage did not say blue jeans. So the passage said ripped jeans. So ripped jeans versus blue jeans. Male adolescent is male teenager. So that's correct. Toronto is a city in Canada. If the passage had said a city in Canada, we would have known it's Toronto. But it said Canada. Canada is a country, it's not a city. So that's the opposite. So make sure to check this. So this is false. This is false. So false is the opposite of what is saying in the passage. It's not that it's a no. No. False is not no. False is not, it's not there. False is, it's there, it's in the passage, but it's the opposite information. Okay? So we did see ripped jeans in the passage. We did not see blue jeans, but we did see jeans. We did see adolescent, which is teenage. You need to know your synonyms. We did see Canada, but they said Toronto. So it should, for false, if it's not in the passage, it's not given. So for false, it must be in the passage, but check for the opposite information. That's why you need to know your synonyms and you need to know your antonyms. Where will you find us? Hallelujah, we're at the end. Instagram, immigration_vlog. That's the link, instagram.com/immigration_vlog. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, like, share, and tell as many people as possible. You can join my Facebook group, Immigration Vlog. It's a group and it's free. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share, click on the thumbs up. I had to re-record this. Because for some reason StreamYard did not show my StreamYard did not show the slides. So thank you all for watching. This is Beatrice Otie. Share, subscribe, click on the thumbs up, tell as many people as possible. You got this, okay? Bye for now. Bye.